Well, my lawyer thinks I'm cute, which is awesome on the show, and so he's still our lawyer, and we're still doing this lawsuit, which will finally conclude with a big trial, which will be so. There's still some shocking things with that storyline, but I can't really say. But there is a wedding in the very first episode of this.
And it is a time cut, too. It takes place after summer has passed. So things happen in the summer that lead to marriage.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And there's a lot of exciting things with my character because she writes a book and it comes out and it does pretty well, and it kind of changes. There's problems in my marriage with that and the cute lawyer. And
there's problems in my marriage because of the book and, you know, that guy.
And they're actually releasing the book, which is interesting for the real diehard Switched at Birth fans. They're releasing Kathryn's book
on August 29th.
August 29th, Hyperion. And you can find, you know, details about Switched at Birth that you didn't know.
He's a jerk. Oh my, like, what? So yeah, I'm not a big fan of people cheating on each other, so I have a very strong opinion on how this should go, but I'm not writing the show. But yeah, they, obviously her heart's broken, and she comes back from the summer kind of hopefully getting over him, but also being totally in love with this guy and not able to get over him, even though it was such a betrayal what he did. So she's definitely being pulled in two different emotional directions.
But she has a new cute boyfriend.
She does. She does have a new cute boyfriend, because that's how Bae deals with things. New boyfriend. If they must. Probably in life it's not healthy, but when you're on a show and they just have to give you boyfriend after boyfriend, it's part of the job, guys.
Well, Regina has his ongoing relationship with Patrick. And,
oh yeah,
and
love triangle there. And then Daphne gets into a little bit of a love triangle, not with Bae this time.
And she gets a job at. I get her a job at a restaurant. She wants to be a chef, and that's a little bit difficult because she is deaf, and that causes problems. You know, that she has to work through, and there's a lot. She's actually much more troubled this time than...
Oh yeah, no, they definitely... something that happened even in like our first 10 episodes is the arcs of our characters kind of, you know, went over each other, and they are like our character stories intertwined, and definitely where we were, we changed. Like Bae almost got way more grounded, and Daphne, her world got turned upside down. Mostly because Angela comes back into the picture, and she had herself completely together and just was placing blame on this one person who she basically put in a cupboard and didn't open, and he all of a sudden is now in her life every day, not going away. And that definitely, I think, brings out the trouble side in her and kind of, you know, throws her into an upheaval as well. Whereas Bae in the last 12 was a lot more grounded because she had Emmett and because she was kind of being grounded because she was the only one who had faith in Angela to be a good person. Now all of a sudden is kind of back to, well, what am I going to do now? And Daphne, actually Bae and Daphne are kind of at the same place this season, which is the first, because for the other 2 parts of the season, they weren't at the same place. And now they are, and they've actually kind of have a friendship that's very supportive. Oh, they're switchters. Those switchters are not fighting right now. We'll see what happens eventually.